Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I am here today for another weekly Wax Melt Empties video. I have quite a bit here today. I have quite a bit of variety, quite a few one-offs, which is fine, but some really good scents. I cannot wait to talk about these. I already organized them, but last week I said that I was going to start talking about upcoming sales that are going on this week in the wax world because it's just so hard to keep track of everything. So I decided that every day before I film my empties videos, I'm gonna go through all of the Facebook groups that I'm in and try to tell you about anything going on in the wax world this week. So this is a really busy wax week. I think I counted 8 total sales, at least from the groups that I'm in. And of course, I don't follow every vendor. So if there are any sales that I missed, please comment them down below because I want to make sure I have a comprehensive overview of things. And all of these times are in Eastern Standard Time. I don't think I said that before. But starting with today, Harper James opened their pre-order and that goes until when? It ends on Friday the 26th. And then on Thursday, Rose Girls is opening their pre-order. So it says that it will be from Thursday evening, the 25th to Sunday evening, the 28th. So that's Rose Girls. On Friday, the 26th, Birdie's Making Sense is having a ready to ship at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and Fantasy Wax Melts is having a ready to ship at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and Fantasy Wax Melts is now operating under their own website instead of Etsy, which is so amazing. It's been really cool to watch their business grow. The owner, Kirsten, is so kind. She has said that she watches my videos, which is like such an honor to me. But they are on a website now, so I'll make sure that I link that down below because all of my past videos has their Etsy shop linked and that's no longer relevant. Then on Saturday, That Smell Good shop is updating their inventory with ready to ship at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. That Smell Good shop almost always has things on their website, but they'll have like certain days when they update stuff. And also on Saturday, the 27th, Britta's is having a ready to ship at 1 p.m. And then last but not least, on Sunday, Traverse City is having a ready to ship at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and Salt Mountain Melts opens their pre-order at 4 p.m. on Sunday, the 28th Eastern Standard Time. And Salt Mountain goes until when? Salt Mountain pre-order is only for 8 hours. So it opens at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and closes at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. So that is everything that I found that's going on in the wax world. As far as what I'm going to be participating in, honestly, let me look at this again. I definitely will be participating in the Rose Girls pre-order. I feel like there's a hair in my face. She is finally pouring Forest of Illusions, which is my favorite scent ever. It is Palo Santo campfire cookies, vanilla woods, and a hint of lavender, I think. I know that by heart because that scent is literally my Roman Empire. I've been sitting and waiting a year for that scent to come back, and it's a pre-order. She's offering it in a loaf, so you don't have to worry about it jumping your cart, and I'm just so thrilled about that sale. So I am going to be participating in that one. I will, depending on the Fantasy Wax scents, I'll definitely get at least probably a couple of things. I am gonna get a couple of things from the Birdies ready to ship, maybe like 2 or 3 items. And I think that those are the only ones that I'm personally gonna be participating in. I am not gonna do Harper James. I'm not gonna do That Smell Good shop. I'm not gonna do Britta's. And I don't think that I'm gonna do Traverse or Salt Mountain. But those are the ones that are going on. I have quite a bit of wax coming. I have a couple of videos to film. I'm gonna film them today. And I have my Scoopapalooza order coming. I have, what do I have that's ready to ship? I have a bunch of destashes coming. And I have a tiny baby Fantasy Wax Melts order coming, but I ordered from a lot of pre-orders recently, so I feel like I do have quite a few hauls coming this week, but in the next like 4 to 8 to 10 weeks, it's gonna be absolutely crazy with pre-order stuff coming in. But now that I've talked your ear off for this long, and I'm so sorry, I'll put a timestamp when I actually start this, because now I chat now because I hooked you in with the wax and now you have to deal with my personality. So with that being said, where do I want to start today? I will go ahead and do my L3 because I have the most of it. So the first one that I have here is sugared shortbread, white cake, and banana pudding. This was really interesting to me because I had never tried sugared shortbread before, and I really was curious as to what it smelled like. And to me, it's really interesting. Sugared shortbread kind of reminded me of warm vanilla sugar, but without that like perfumey body care, almost like lightly floral mixed with that vanilla aspect. It was just that sugary way that warm vanilla sugar smells, with a little bit of like a vanilla wafer or like shortbread Lorna Doone like type of cookie behind it. It was pretty good. I will say it's not my favorite bakery note. It's not like something that I didn't like. I did like it, but if I had a choice between like a zucchini bread, a cupcakes at Tiffany's, a sugar cookie royale, a fresh baked bread, a white cake, a yellow cake, those are what I would be going for over this sugared shortbread. But in blends, it was good. I love white cake. I love banana pudding. Banana pudding, to me, I like bananas, so maybe this is biased, but on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the runtiest banana possible, banana pudding is normally like, to me, like a 3.5, 4. Like, it is not in your face, like bam, banana. So it just kind of added a sweetness to this. This was very sweet. It was a little light. Granted, I cut the sample in half. I did put it in a small room, but it was good. I probably wouldn't purchase it again. I do like all of these notes, but together it was okay. This sample was gingerbread, salted caramel, and sugar cookie royale. This blend was very salted caramel heavy. That's what came first, and then the sugar cookie royale came second, and the gingerbread came last. So I really liked this because I like a hint of gingerbread. I like an essence of it in a blend, but I don't like just a full-on, it's not even necessarily like the spiciness of it. It is kind of that, but when it smells more like ginger or ginger root to me than it does a bread, I am not a fan of that. But this gingerbread was like the back note. And so it just added this ever so slightly fall spice quality to a heavy salted caramel with a sugar cookie as well. I really liked this one, definitely for the salted caramel lovers. This one was key lime pie and sugar cookie royale. I didn't get the greatest throw out of this one, so I didn't really get enough out of it to make a genuine opinion. Key lime pie is something that I'm kind of experimenting with and trying to figure out if I like it. This to me just kind of smelled like a very light sugary key lime pie. I didn't get much from it. I thought maybe I would get kind of like a cereal vibe from it and it would be strong. And I'm surprised that with that lime note it wasn't as strong, but I'm still working on finding what key lime pie is for me. Actually, I might have found it and it's gonna be in a haul video coming up. So you'll see, but this next one, I loved this. I'm so glad that I tried it. This is Cookie Cottage, which is sugar cookie royale, Danish butter cookies, sugared shortbread, vanilla wafer, vanilla cookies, and sweet bakery dough. This was super strong, just like the ultimate vanilla cookie blend. It threw like a champ, and I mean an absolute champ, and I was able to find some of this on a D-Stash page, and I'm so excited because this is such a great cookie bakery base to have. A lot of cookie blends, just vanilla bakery blends, can be a little lighter. Not this one. Cookie Cottage is the shit. I love it. And then last sample is pink sugar, let them eat cake, and vanilla birch. Vanilla birch is one of my favorite oils, but I do find it so interesting because recently for the first time I smelled vanilla birch on its own, and holy shit, is that birch. Like, it is vanilla tree, like the tree. It's hardcore birch. But then I have blends with vanilla birch in it and the tree note just like goes away. It's the weirdest thing. So if you don't like birch or vanilla birch, definitely stay away from it on its own. But honestly, in blends, it kind of just smells like a deep vanilla. I don't know. But mixed with the pink sugar and the Let Them Eat cake, this to me was a light, feminine, perfumey scent. Definitely more on the body care side rather than the bakery or vanilla side. Those Let Them Eat cake and vanilla birch notes definitely pulled body care when mixed with the pink sugar. I really like this blend. It's something that I have had in bigger sizes before. I know that I enjoy it. I finished this pack of tarts in spiced oat milk, Palo Santo, and velvet sugar. This was my first foray into spiced oat milk, and in this blend personally, it really reminded me of Serendipity for some reason. And Serendipity is a super rich, creamy, buttery coconut blend to me, and I guess mixed with the Palo Santo and the velvet sugar, the spiced oat milk just pulled as that like super, super rich, creamy. It wasn't coconut, but the way that Serendipity has that like super creamy element, the spiced oat milk was the same. I personally didn't really smell spice in it. The Palo Santo just added like a little bit of like a masculinity kind of, because it was mixed with the velvet sugar, which is definitely like an ambery, perfumey type of blend. The Palo Santo pulled more body care than it did like earth or smoke, but this was a really nice, like rich, sensual scent. This next one was Italian wedding cake, pumpkin pecan waffles, and birthday cake. This one smelled super sweet and super strong on cold, so I had really high hopes for it. But I've said before, birthday cake can be difficult for me. It can either be hard for me to pick up, or if it's in a blend, it can really mute the blend. And I think that that's what happened with this one, because I never have an issue with throw when it comes to L3's wax, but I got absolutely nothing from this one, unfortunately. So I just think that it was a birthday cake thing. Normally pumpkin pecan waffles is really strong. Italian wedding cake I've never had before, but this smelled amazing in the bag, and I think for other people who love birthday cake scents, I would definitely still try this, but for me it just didn't work. This next one was brown sugar fig and warm vanilla sugar cookies. I absolutely loved this. Brown sugar fig is a very, very strong, very sweet body care scent, and mixed with warm vanilla sugar, which is also a very, very sweet, sugary body care scent, it was just like feminine, summery body care goodness. Adding the vanilla sugar cookies gave it a boost of bakery, then in a way that this, to me, kind of split half and half as far as like body care vibes and bakery vibes. I will say this scent reminds me of Honeybee from Teddy Bees that I've had before. It's not an exact dupe by any means, but it is close. So if you like that scent, this one is probably a little bit more accessible. And then last from L3, this was Strawberry Dole Whip. I've had this forever. The label is indicative of that, but I love Dole Whip. It is a super creamy pineapple with like a vanilla ice cream, vanilla whipped cream. It smells exactly like a Dole Whip dessert to me. It's very realistic. It's not like a fake pineapple. And then adding the strawberry, imagine just putting like fresh strawberries on top of a Dole Whip, and that's what this scent was. It was so, so good and super, super strong. Definitely for the fruity lovers. I'll do my fantasy wax next, and then I'll go through my random one-offs, because other than these two Rose Girls, they're all just one-offs. So fantasy wax, I did a few samples. So the first sample that I melted was mango sorbet. I really, really enjoyed this. It reminded me of a mango gelato that I like to get as a dessert. I think I was talking about that before. Rita's Italian Ice. It's so, so good. I love mango. This was a delicious true mango with like an extra little bit of sweet and creaminess from the sorbet. I also did this sample in caramel macchiato. Caramel macchiato is one of my favorite coffee notes. It is definitely more on the caramel side than the coffee side, the same way that I did like the banana scale. If you were to do like a coffee scale and you were like the skunkiest, strongest coffee was a 10, I feel like caramel macchiato is similar to, like I said before, like a 3.5 as far as coffee goes. So if you like sweet scents, if you like caramel and you kind of want to dip your toe into coffee, try caramel macchiato. really, really good in my opinion. And then I also did this sample in Danish butter cookies. This was just a pretty basic sweet buttery cookie note. I did melt it in conjunction with something that was really strong in one of my other warmers. So I can't give you the best reading on this, but I remember it being like a sweet buttery cookie, but because there was something else really overpowering it, it's not the best review that I can give. And then I finished, this is another one I've had for so long, and you can see from the label that it's different. This was Cotton Candy and Sugar Cookie Royale from Fantasy Wax Melts. This was really good, really, really, really sweet and sugary. The cotton candy definitely overpowered the Sugar Cookie Royale in this. The Sugar Cookie Royale has a little bit of a smoky note to me, and the sweetness of the cotton candy really toned that down. It wasn't my favorite blend in the world, and I do prefer from Fantasy Wax their cotton candy frosting rather than just their cotton candy, but this was good. I used it as a blender and it did what I wanted it to do. And then last Fantasy Wax is Rue. This was blueberry and bear claws. This was a really nice blueberry scent. When I first melted it, it was like smack me in the face blueberry, which I don't mind. I like blueberry. But then after like an hour or two in the warmers, it mellowed out on the blueberry and the bear claws came through. And bear claws to me on warm becomes really strong. It's like a flaky pastry note. It has a little bit of cinnamon in it. And so it was just like a nice blueberry bakery. Enjoyed that one a lot. We have two of these from Rose Girls. So the first was this Vanilla Musk Noel. Vanilla Musk and Vanilla Bean Noel. I fell in love with this scent. This was a vanilla scent with a little bit of a musky, perfumey note to it. I love Vanilla Musk Noel. I was lucky enough to find a bag of it in a D-stash. I'm actually melting it in my living room now. It is a beautiful, beautiful vanilla scent with a hint of a slightly floral perfume note. I absolutely love it. And when I say floral, don't think lilac, don't think violet. Think floral in the way of like boardwalk mallow clouds, like a little, like slight little magnolia or like slight little jasmine. That's what I mean. Love it. Love Vanilla Musk Noel. If you're a vanilla lover and you want a strong vanilla, that's a good one. And then this was pistachio, sugar milk, and Peeps cake. Pistachio, sugar covered marshmallows, Peeps cake, and sugar milk. To me, the sugar milk really, really took over this blend, and it was a very milky, creamy pistachio. It wasn't bad, but I prefer my pistachio to be with more of like a dry bready note or like a toasted kind of pistachio note, not necessarily like a milky pistachio, but it was good. And if you like those types of pistachios, I do recommend this one. And now I am on to my one-offs. So let me go first with the things that I got in my friend mailbox from Amanda. So this was the Bathing Garden Parisian Strawberry Fields. So I was thrilled to try this because to me, this is the best plain strawberry that I've ever smelled. There's no bakery in this. There's nothing else in this. It is literally just strawberry, and it is a strong, rich strawberry, and it doesn't smell candied. It doesn't smell fake, but it's not a jam or a jelly. It doesn't smell realistic in the way that L3 strawberry jam does, which is like a really macerated, kind of liquidated, jammy berry. This is just like strong, plain strawberry. This probably would have thrown in my warmers for like 3 days if I left it in, but honestly, I love strawberry, but this was like a lot for me. So I only kept it in for a little bit. It was great I wanted something strong to like air out a room, and it sort of really worked for that. But I was really glad to try this, even though it's not like right up my alley. It's a good, solid, plain strawberry that I feel like I could recommend to people who are looking for that. I know there are so many strawberry lovers who would absolutely love this. So Parisian Strawberry Fields, the Bathing Garden. If you are like an ultimate strawberry person, check this out. I think that you would like it. This one was Traverse City Frankenstein Sweet Pumpkin Crushed Pecans Creamy Vanilla Bean and Buttery Cupcakes. So let me tell you about my journey with this one. I smelled it on cold. I fell in love with it. It was one of my favorite things from the D-Stash. It smelled like a buttery, like nutty, super sweet, super creamy pumpkin, and it didn't have like the the butter in the way of pumpkin pecan waffles does, because ultimately pumpkin pecan waffles is a Bath and Body Works dupe. I knew that, but I didn't like fully register it in my head, and I was going through all my body care the other day and I found this little spray bottle of pumpkin pecan waffles and I sprayed it, and I went, my girlfriend was like, why do you smell like the living room? But yeah, so that can almost have like a, I don't want to say artificial, but it's just a different type of sweet. This smelled like real food, like real dessert food. And then I put it in my living room warmers and I did not get a throw at all from it, and I was positively devastated because I absolutely loved this so much. But I put my last two pieces in here in my office. It's actually going right now and it smells amazing. It's throwing great. It smells exactly like it did in the bag, like a super sweet, realistic, flaky, nutty, buttery pumpkin goodness. It's pumpkin in the way of like, it's just sweet pumpkin. It's not fall, and I love it. Of course, it is hard for me to justify buying something that only throws in a smaller space. So I don't know if I'll be getting this again, but if I come across it discounted or anything like that, I would pick it up because it is quite good. And I know that other people get great throw from Traverse City. So yeah, don't give it a try. Don't knock it. But this one was amazing. The Pharmacist's Daughter Coconut Crack. I know that this is a famous, well-loved blend and I just had never tried it. This is coconut cream pie, coconut shortbread cookies, pie crust, and sugar cookie dough. This is the best coconut that I have ever smelled by far, and I love coconut. I haven't really met a coconut that I didn't like, but this one is just like a step above the rest. It is if you put like freshly grated coconut flakes in like a creamy, I don't know, whipped vanilla sweetness, and then it was layered throughout like cookies and pie crusts, and oh my god, it is the best coconut ever. If you like coconut but you don't like a body care leaning coconut or a fake leaning coconut, you would love Coconut Crack. And it was just as good on warm, and I used it in conjunction with another scent and it blended amazingly. I really want to pick up more of this. I cannot wait to see it offered again. And then another one that was like a new obsession that I also got from Amanda. This was Birdie's Making Sense Hannah's Baby Strawberry White Cake and Zucchini Bread. This is in general just a well-loved blend for me. I've had it from other vendors, but I know that this one from Birdie's is another really well-loved one, and I just had not been able to try it yet. So Amanda was kind enough to send this to me, and I fell in love with this scent. This one in particular, the zucchini bread is a very dry, yeasty, crusty zucchini bread. I love that. So that was great. And the strawberry white cake is a very fluffy vanilla white cake with just a hint of strawberry icing. There isn't a realistic strawberry in there, but it's like a realistic strawberry frosting. Like if you were sniffing a can of strawberry frosting with a zucchini bread, a dry, yeasty, crusty zucchini bread, this knocked me out of the park. I loved it. My girlfriend loved it. I am very much on the hunt for more, so hopefully this will come back into my life soon. I know that Gabriella got a bit of it and is going to be sending it around in some of our round robin boxes, and I can't wait to get another little chunk because this was amazing. This was I Dropped the Dirt Cake from Rocky Top Waxworks. This is birthday cake, fruity pebbles, gummy bears, and a little bit of dirt. This sounded so unique to me when I saw it on the website. I just had to try it. I was just genuinely so curious. And this was good. This was like a Fruity Pebbles cereal scent with a very light vanilla cake behind it. The little bit of dirt, I didn't smell it. I think that it might have just given like a little boost, a little oomph to that birthday cake, because like I said, sometimes that's an issue for me and I could smell it in here. But this just smelled like a very sweet cereal scent. But as far as cereal scents go, it was light. It was more of a just kind of lingering presence in the room instead of a lot of cereal scents that just smack you in the face. So if you like cereal scents, but sometimes they can be a little overwhelming for you, this was really good, and the wax was absolutely beautiful. This one was That Smell Good Shop Dream Warriors, which is coffee, caramel, spruce, and sugar cookie. This was one of the best things I've smelled in a long time. This is going right into my top favorite. As far as like how to describe this, it is so hard to say because you genuinely get every single one of the notes. I think that the order in which I smell them is caramel, spruce, coffee, and sugar cookie, like as far as strength goes, but warmed up, I was able to detect all of the notes in this. They blended so beautifully. The way that the caramel and the coffee and the sugar cookie blended with that rich, deep tree note of the spruce. This was so good. It was definitely a tree scent, but it was very sweet. And I do feel like the caramel came before the tree. So the tree was a little bit muted. I would buy this again a million times over. When I look on their website, this is listed as a house blend, but the notes are different. It is butterscotch instead of caramel. So I don't know if I'm gonna like end up doing customs or something to figure out how to get this again, but I really, really, really want some more of this. Highly, highly recommend this scent. And then last but not least, we're ending with another favorite. This was a really, really good melting week for me. This is a well-known favorite of mine that I've had multiple times. This is Sassy Girl Aromas I'll Get By With Bread, which is birthday cake, zucchini bread, cupcakes at Tiffany's, and cornbread. Sassy Girl Aroma is my exception with birthday cake. I can smell theirs great, and honestly, Sassy Girl Aroma is just, I can smell all of their stuff great, but this is my favorite sweet bakery bready scent. With the zucchini bread and the cornbread, you get that deep bready base, and Cupcakes at Tiffany's is just like so sweet. You get the frosting, you get the sweet, delicious toffee and vanilla cupcakes, and the birthday cake just adds a real sweetness and creaminess. And to me, the best way that I can describe this is like a dessert bread, which for me is like exactly what I love in a bakery base. I don't know if I showed this, so I'm just gonna do it again just in case. But I finally felt like I could finish this because I found both a loaf and a bag of blocks in a D-stash, so I have a lot of I'll Get By With Bread now. And I just could not recommend this scent more. If you feel like you have similar scent taste to me and you haven't tried I'll Get By With Bread yet, highly, highly, highly recommend. It is great blended. It's great on its own. It's one of those scents that is just kind of like a comfort scent for me. Like I can put it on and just know that I'm gonna love it. That is everything that I had for my empties this week. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble about all of these scents. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like wax videos, and I will see you in my next one.